Thanks for joining me, everybody. This is the Eadsy Astronomy Newsletter. Sorry, it's a little late. For the planetary portion of the newsletter for the week of April 12th. Let's just go through some of the highlights that's kind of going on right now with planets in the sky this week. One of the most visual striking events of this will occur on Thursday, April 16th, about 30 to 60 minutes before sunrise. You're going to have a very thin crescent moon. It's about 2% illuminated. You can see it here on the left image from Skyview, Live Sky. The moon will act as a celestial anchor in the constellation of Pisces. It will be loosely grouped with Mercury, Mars, and Saturn, which you can kind of see here. Mars and Neptune. Neptune will require a telescope. It will be extremely close to Mars, within 20 arc minutes on the morning of the 12th. And you can kind of see here that by the 16th, not as close, but they're still relatively close. By the 16th, the moon joins the group, and you'll see the crescent moon hanging near the trio of planets low on the eastern sky. You'll need to have a good open eastern sky to really get this and nail it. But that provides an awesome imaging opportunity, I think, there. You're basically going to see this week the solar system's kind of split into two groups. You have the bright giants, not big giants, well, one of them is. Bright giants dominate the evening. Well, you got a busy lower altitude planetary parade that I'm just showing you is beginning to gather in the morning here. Let's talk about the evening planets right now, post-sunset. These are your primetime targets. You got Venus coming up. It's bright at magnitude negative 3.9. It's in the west-northwest. It continues to climb higher each night, and by April 18th, it will be positioned just below the Pleiades, Messier 45, and it will be joined by a very thin 1.5-day-old crescent moon. It will be a perfect photo op early in the evening that evening. Don't miss that one if you're looking to image something that's kind of unique and different. Okay, Jupiter, it's shining bright in the west-southwest within the constellation of Gemini. It's high enough for steady viewing in the early evening. It kind of sits just below the twin stars Castor and Pollux right now. And even with binoculars or a 4-inch telescope, you should be able to pull out the Galilean moons of Io, Europa, Callisto, and Ganymede. So anyway, just so you're aware of that. Uranus, I do have a finder chart here for Uranus for the whole year from 26 going into 27. So you can kind of see that here. It's located in Taurus. It sits about 10 degrees below Pleiades right now. At magnitude plus 5.8. It's a great target for a mid-sized telescope or larger size, and it will appear as a tiny pale green disk. So find a chart in the newsletter if you want to hit that. Let's keep going here. The morning planets pre-dawn. This is where the action is for seasoned observers. If you get up early in the morning, there's a group of 4 planets that's huddled very low in the east-southeast, about 30 to 60 minutes before sunrise. You got Mars. It's rising in the east-southeast, magnitude plus 1.2. On April 13th, it's has an extremely close conjunction with Neptune. Mercury is visible, reaching its greatest western elongation. It's the highest point in the morning sky. On April 3rd, we're well past that, but it remains visible this week low in the east at magnitude negative 0.1. It's the brightest of the morning parade. Saturn, it's situated slightly lower into the east of Mercury and Mars, as you can see in these images. It's just emerging from the solar glare. It will be the most difficult to spot without a clear, flat horizon. And then you have Neptune. It's only really visible via a telescope. Frame it with Mars on the 13th using a wide field eyepiece to see the red and blue color contrast. On the morning of the 18th, this is where I have it on the right hand side over here. You're going to see that there's what they call a planet parade. Some people are calling it a 4-planet alignment. I don't think this is an alignment because they're going to portray it as four of these planets lined up in a straight row. You can see from Live Sky here on the 18th at 6:53 Mountain Time, they are not, Saturn, Mercury, and Neptune maybe make a curving line with Mars as an outlier, but Mars, Mercury, and Saturn make a beautiful triangle there. Another great imaging opportunity. And they're going to be very close together there in that pre-dawn sky, so to speak. So Venus, best time to see it is in the evening. It's very easy to see west-northwest. Jupiter's best time in the early evening. Very easy west-southwest. Uranus, evening. It's moderately difficult. It's in Taurus, like we talked about. Mars, Mercury, Saturn, and Neptune are all pre-dawn observations right now. Mars is pretty easy in the east-southeast, kind of low. Mercury is moderately hard, east-southeast. Saturn, because it's just emerging from the glow, is challenging right now. And Neptune's hard because you need a telescope to grab that. So there's your planetary roundup. I hope you found that helpful. Thanks for joining me. Again, the full article is over at Eadsy Astronomy URL there. Please consider joining and appreciate taking a look at this. Catch you next time.